What is CIDR and why this CIDR is used? Everything starts from IPv4 addressing scheme, Internet Protocol version 4. So what was the problem? Why we are coming to or gone to CIDR? So this is CIDR, and this address you will understand what is this. If you know the problem, you will be able to understand the solution. Now just consider an organization, and class C it is using, and 2 to the power 8 because last 8-bit host 256, first and last we cannot use. So maximum possible host can only be 254. But when this organization decides, okay, I want 500 IP addresses. But when you shift from C to B, because you just have to shift from C to B. So now the addresses of the host becomes 65534. Because that number 500 will be computer, tablet, whichever device you want to put as a host. But this number is very big. You just wanted 500, this organization wanted 500, but the availability is 65534. So what will be the wastage? Wastage will be immense. So private and public and 127.0.1, all these kind of addresses. So there is always a wastage in classful addressing. So this is the problem in classful addressing. There are millions of class A, then we have class B addresses, various class B addresses, class C addresses, and class C addresses are too small. Sometimes the organizations, they find it very small. So in order to get rid of this or to solve this kind of problem, classful networking is now gone to CIDR, which is classless interdomain routing. Classless interdomain routing, we also call it as supernetting. This is CIDR. So this is a way, this is a method of assigning IP addresses that will improve the efficiency of address distribution, which we just saw in the example. And it also replaces the previous system, which was actually based on different classes. And class is fixed. Class is fixed. So this /12 will give you what? It will give you the network address. So the basis of CIDR is nothing but VLSM, that is the variable length subnet masking. If I say A, class A, you will say, oh, I know the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. If I tell you B, you will say, oh, I know it 255.255.0.0. That is the subnet mask default. Again, for C, it is 255.0.0.0. There is no subnet mask for D and E. But what if that you don't want this? You want a contiguous addresses for your organization to fulfill their requirement. You need a network address, you need a host address similarly or same as the previous one. And similarly for that matter, we want the system to remain same. So the whole network and the host inside that network. So this is the numerical masking, which is actually a kind of subnet masking only. So this numerical masking sequence allows the network administrator, those people who are handling this administrator, to break down an IP address space into subnets of their organization requirement of different sizes. So this is CIDR. Now what is this IANA? Now the question will be, if you start assigning different block of IP addresses to different companies, private networks, there will be some clash, there will be some problem. How are you going to do that? Who is the director? Who is going to take care of that? Because private network may want the same number of the block can be provided to them. So the authority is the Internet Assigned Number Authority, which is also called as IANA. And this IANA assigns the larger blocks to whom? RIRs. This is Regional Internet Registries, RIR. Now in turn, this RIRs, they all create smaller blocks and then they assign them to whom? LIRs, local internet registries. And see, you have Fido or Airtel or Jio, you may have different, service providers. So these are internet service providers. So this internet service provider is now in charge, after all these being done, of assigning the blocks to the end user, because you are actually paying to ISPs, not to INA. So for any private network, ISP will provide. So this /12 is simply the first 12 bit will be 11111111 and this 8 1111. So it will be 121111 and this will be ANDed with the IP being given and then you will get the network address.